Well, that was a tough loss and a tough way to start out the conference season. Credit Alabama, and they really did a good job defensively. And the first half, we took 28 shots, 14 of them are three-pointers, way too high percentage of our shots. We were very impatient offensively. Someone asked the other day, I can't remember who it was, that, well, our guys, were you worried about them being too hyped up for the game? I don't know if that was it, but we were way anxious and don't understand how we've got to play offensively as a team. And they were switching everything to start the game, and that bothered us. We'd seen that another time, and then we started to settle down. But we were up 11-8 and took three really quick rush shots. After we had the ball 35 times and passed it more than 4 times, 8 times in the first half. And that's just playing, and it's not like we're in transition. I mean, this is like, way too fast, to lose the boards by 17. You're not going to beat anybody in the SEC. And we're not going to out-physical anyone this year with our physicality up front. So we've got to be smart on offense and limit how that. I thought that Alabama did a good job going inside. If points in the paint, I haven't looked at that yet. What was it for the game? Do they have that on here?
38-24 down.
Yeah, so I mean, that you look at the final score, 38-24 points in the paint. And part of it is we've got to get a post presence in there. Schneider's, got to get more touches, but he had too many turnovers. He's trying to do things that, he can't do. He's got to have his hands ready. I thought that, Q, they did a good job with Q, overplaying him. But again, he pressed early on instead of letting it come to him. And defensively, way too many gambles by us. We're giving up really good opportunities by our opponent by gambling too much defensively. And we've got to be more solid. Again, you can see that their experience, 4 seniors, 21 came in. He had Bola and did a good job in his 16 minutes. He got 6 rebounds in his 16 minutes as their 8th or 9th guy. You can see they did a good job. They play a lot of guys. Ingram in the second half really hurt us with his drives to the basket. We got driven too easily. But yeah, I was really proud of our comeback. I thought we did a great job coming back down 12 where we had it 42 all, missed a layup. We had a layup to take the lead, as I remember. And we also, and maybe that was at 44. At 42, we also had a steal on the inbounds that we turned over. It turned into 2 points. Which is, when you spend that much energy, you want to, settle down. When we were patient, we got good shots in the second half, I thought, especially in the first 10 minutes. Questions?
How much not being able to get over that hump at 44, 44, 42, 42 is the youth and just, as you said, hurrying and quicking and stuff like that?
Yeah, well, that hurrying and quicking really kills us. To be down 12. Mm-hmm. It spends a lot of energy when you're down 12 to have to fight back like that against a good team that Alabama is a good team. They're well coached, they're tough, they're a veteran group. They have some really good younger players too, don't get me wrong. You look at Ingram and you look at obviously Key. Those are excellent players that can play anywhere. But the bottom line is, when we finally got it back there, even though I was pointing out, we had 42 all, we get the steal and then we're going to turn it over right away. We had only 13 turnovers, but every one was critical, especially when you're getting outboarded. We didn't get enough offensive rebounds, and that's been a problem. We got to go. I got to use the bench more, and that's my responsibility as a coach to play guys less minutes and get more out of our guys coming in the game. Xavier Stapleton, just for you guys' information, felt something he thought popped, and it was like, oh no, it happened again. Our team doctors have looked at it and said, no, it's not an ACL. He's going to get an MRI tomorrow to see if there's anything there, and we'll know more on that tomorrow. But that was a little scary. I was really worried for him after everything he's been through. He actually thought he did it. He thought he had done it. And so I was very thankful that did not occur, and hopefully it's not anything serious. The reason we started Schneider tonight instead of Eric Holman is Eric was late today for our walkthrough and shoot-around, which is inexcusable. We're not in school. There's no reason for it.
What was the reason for Tyson not starting tonight and coming off?
Yeah, I wanted to start out bigger defensively, and in retrospect, that was probably a mistake. I mean, Zay's only played three games coming into tonight, and I probably made a mistake doing that.
How did you think Tyson played coming off?
I thought Tyson did a great job off the bench, offensively in particular. He lets the game come to him. He's got to rebound better. I'm going to go obviously study the film right now, and I'll have a better answer for you in terms of the overall game. But, he doesn't make mistakes offensively, which is big for us.
It seemed like times in the first half, the guy would beat a guy off the dribble or he'd come off the pick and roll, but he'd just drive his way into traffic and have to whip the pass back out.
Right. And what you need to do in that situation, what we teach, is you got to get in there and jump stop. Mm-hmm. So we never get stopped. I mean, we're passing on the run. We're not getting in there and stopping and then spraying it out to open guys who then they have to recover to. It's not usually the first guy. It's the second and third guy that you start driving after you've got the defense stretching. And when we went to our Memphis look, it really helped us early in the game. We were struggling against their switching. It was something that again, our youth not playing where they're switching everything 1 through 4 bothered us, and we need to practice against that more.
Coach Allen, now with the first conference game under your belt, how do you feel like this team will respond in the next game through practices?
I think we have good kids, and they're going to respond. We're going to watch the film tomorrow, and watch it in its entirety and really learn from it. And we won't do anything physically tomorrow except some stretching, and then we'll come back and have to. And this, the gauntlet begins. I mean, it's never ending. It just keeps going. 2 games a week from here to the end of the season. So we have to respond. They're young. Q will respond. He'll play much better than he did tonight. Knowing him, everybody will. I really believe that. And so we've got to, learn, get back to work, and take advantage of our next opportunity, which is Saturday in Baton Rouge.
What were they doing that was kind of giving Q so many issues?
Well, I just thought early on Q was in a rush. I mean, at both ends, like he's got to let the game. Sometimes you have to let the game come to him. Come to me. I had a really good player that played for me, Aaron Aflalo, who was phenomenal. He didn't even take a shot a lot of times as our leading scorer the first 4 minutes of the game. Get into the groove, get into the flow, let it come to you, and that comes with experience. And remember, Q is really a heck of a talent. He's only started playing organized basketball in 9th grade. So his upside is so high because he didn't start as a 3rd grader, playing organized. And I think he's really going to, he'll grow. He's continuing to prove he's a great kid. One of the nicest, best kids I've ever coached.
He was grimacing a bit with the wrist. Is that okay? Is everything all set with his wrist?
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, there's definitely, it gets hit or, but his biggest pain recently has been his knee. Getting he had a jumper's knee, which is, just tendonitis there in your, I'm trying to remember what ligament it is, but bottom line, tendonitis in his knee.
How frustrating does it get with a young team? They know what to do and they do it so well at times, but then other times it's like they never learned it.
You know what? I've never coached a team this young, so no question. But I've had young teams before. I think we've made a lot of improvement from the beginning of this year to where we are right now. Obviously, we have a long way to go, but they just got to keep learning. As long as you keep, believing about getting better and how we have to play, and I think these guys will. I think they'll respond.
You talked about last week getting to the free throw line more than y'all were 16 or 20. Is that where you want that number to be at the free throw line?
No, we want to be more than our opponent. They got there 22 times, and you look at right now. I mean, we had. We need to obviously get Quindary there more. 2 times a game is not enough for him. Mario got there 6 times tonight, which I was really excited about. I mean, he had 12 points, 7 rebounds in 33 minutes. Had one of his better games. I was really pleased with Mario's effort tonight and his physicality. You know, and you think about it, you know, Tyson, I mean, our two guys in double figures here are two freshmen. That's what we're playing. You know, so the guys that, you know, keep battling are going to keep getting better.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, man.